we are now be joining by Bicol Saro Representative Terry Ridon. Good morning, Kong. Thanks for joining us again.
Kong, yung volume, Kong. Audio niyo po. Nakamute.
Hello. Hello. Okay,
Yeah,
we'll try to
fix,
get him back again.
Congressman
We're having
Ridon's
technical
audio.
problem. Of course, ito yung issue na pinag-uusapan natin before nag-gap tayo. Yung issue nga ng yung
Impeachment.
budget na
Paggamit daw na
claim
ayuda
ni Senator Amy Marcos ay ginagamit to incentivize some lawmakers to push for the impeachment complaint of against Vice President Sara Duterte. We'll try that again. Kong Terry, are you there?
Hello.
Ayun. Finally. Okay,
Yun,
good
Kong.
morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, so we want to get your reaction dun sa claims, of course, ni specifically Senator Amy Marcos na maaaring magamit nga itong ayuda funds sa 2020 na ayuda budget, o 2026 budget para nga dito sa pag-push ng impeachment complaint against Vice President.
Alam po ninyo, hindi ko alam kung saan ho nanggaling yun. Kasi alam ko naman po yung proseso po ng impeachment at pagboto para sa mga impeachment, nakabatay po ito sa ebidensya at sa facts, no, na maipapakita. So, ibig sabihin, kung kumbinsido po yung mga House members po natin na dapat supportahan po yung impeachment laban sa kahit sino na mga impeachable officials katulad po niya Vice President Sara Duterte, din po sila pipirma o hindi pipirma sa mga impeachment complaints po na ito. It was never because there was a different consideration to get support for an impeachment complaint.
That's right. And Kong, have you heard of any group right now that is preparing to file a new impeachment complaint?
Well, ang naririnig ko lang po yung mga colleagues po natin sa Makabayan Bloc, no? Will be interested, no, in filing an impeachment complaint as soon as the one-year bar is done by the 6th of February. No? So, antabayanan ho natin yun. Pero at this point, sila lang ho yung naririnig po natin. Kasi, ang totoo po, the more important question is, ano ho yung nangyari doon sa motion for reconsideration?
That's right.
Korte Suprema. Kasi, sa totoo lang po, as soon as that gets resolved, marami pong mga bagay na mas maayos po nating mailalatag as soon as the one-year bar is finished. No? Kasi syempre, if it is favorable to the House, yung pong MR po na ito, talagang magsisimula na yung impeachment trial at the level of the Senate.
That's right.
So hindi na kailangan ng second impeachment complaint, no, by Feb. No? Pero kung halimbawa, unfavorable po yun to the House, syempre we will be constrained to implement the new rules that had been laid out by the Supreme Court for impeachment complaints.
That's right, Kong. Pero medyo tricky ata yung haharapin ng impeachment complaint this time around, no? Kasi hypothetically, if the Supreme Court does not make an immediate decision at dumikit ka na sa February 6 at may nag-file ng weak impeachment complaint para i-start yung triggering process ng one-year ban, mawawala ulit yung opportunity to file an impeachment complaint. So, ang plano niyo po ba is to have the group at least ready with a complaint in case na pagdating ng 6 wala pa rin yung tugon ng Supreme Court?
Well, tingin ko hindi naman po ganun. So we don't want to preempt any moves naman po and by the 6th of February. No? Pero the House leadership will have to decide or the House Committee on Justice will have to decide how to go about it. Kasi dalawang bagay yan. So pagka wala pa hong motion for reconsideration resolution by the 6th of February, ang pwede hong gawin po ng Kongreso will we insist on our old rules kung paano natin ginagawa impeachment or do we act with prudence and siguro subukan nating sundin yung pong new rules po na gagawin po ng Supreme Court. Para ibig sabihin, if we follow the new Supreme Court rules, kahit po wala nga MR resolution pa, hindi naman ho pwede magpunta na, therefore, sa Korte Suprema, yung pong kabilang partido, to question how we went about the impeachment process once again.
I wanted to ask you, Kong, no, in case na, kunyari, natuloy ang bagong impeachment complaint, tapos February 6, wala pang MR, and a few days later, may dumating ang MR na nag-reversal. What happens then now if the Senate decides to resurrect the archive complaint pero meron kayong bagong dinidinig na impeachment complaint? Ano po magiging senaryo dito?
Well, syempre, ayoko i-preempt yung Kongreso no, on how they will go about it. Pero I'm quite certain pagka House, that assumes na favorable to the
Yes.
House.
Oo.
So, ang pwede ko talaga magpo-pause yung impeachment process sa House, no? Kung meron yung
Okay.
held by the 6th. And syempre, we will have to abide by the Supreme Court decision pagka ganun ho yung mangyari. Again, all of these are hypotheticals.
Yes,
And I think the onus really at this point is not on the House or not on whoever it is, but really on the Supreme Court. Kasi medyo matagal na eh.
Oo.
Hindi ba? The initial decision of the Supreme Court. And yun na nga, akala natin sobrang tagal ng Feb 6. Ngayon, we are less than a month. January 8 na po.
Exactly.
Dun sa pagtatapos po na 1-year bar.
Okay, yun nga no, kasi inaantay ng mga tao yung magiging desisyon dito ng Supreme Court. Outside the House of Representatives, meron po ba kayong mga naririnig kung kailan maglalabas talaga ang Supreme Court ng kanilang tugon regarding this motion?
Wala pa naman,
Wala.
pero syempre, alam mo, kahapon, tapos na ho yung bar, no? So,
Oo.
siguro, nga kaluwagan
Hindi na sila
mo
busy.
ngayon. Yung Korte Suprema, alam ko marami yung kaso, ang Korte Suprema, pero I think, very important po yung kaso na ito. Kumbaga, hindi ito simpleng kaso lang dahil talagang po yung mga nag-uumpugang mga sangay, no? Ng gobyerno po yung talagang sila po yung mag-arbiter. So, hopefully, before the 6th, ay meron na pong resolution po ng MR po na ito.
Alright, Kong, I'd like to ask you yung balik lang ako ng konti kay Senator Amy, no? She was mentioning certain allocations pero hindi siya specific na feeling niya this will be used because nakalink to sa several congressmen who were active in the impeachment complaint last year. Ano pong allocations ang tinuturo niya? Because she was medyo vague.
Yeah, would you know?
No, I don't know. Kasi siya I wasn't in Congress the last time.
Yeah.
But secondly, I think she has to be a little bit more specific kasi syempre medyo grave yung allegation na tinatali po yung 2026 budget sa impeachment eh.
Yeah.
Di ba? So hopefully he can provide the names on who will be given more allocations as a result of supporting the new impeachment complaint. No? Pero again, it's a bit premature at this point really to even talk about that kasi nga wala pa naman.
Yeah.
Hindi ba?
Oh,
So,
that's right.
siguro we can have that conversation again next month, no? Kung talaga nga
Meron na.
merong mga kaganapan at kalagayan.
Pero do you believe, of course, it's not your first time in the Congress, na ever since noon, ginagamit talaga or nagagamit ang mga budget to incentivize some lawmakers to push for a certain
Or to
agenda.
dismiss.
'Di ba? Parang ganun. Set aside natin yung legitimacy ng impeachment complaint, etc. But yung ganung ugali, no, yung tradisyon na nangyayari sa Kamara, do you believe na it really happens?
Wala. I've been in Congress for some time, no? Pero
Yeah.
wala naman akong experience na it gets dangled on to a congressman na parang, mag-support ka ng impeachment, tapos bigyan ka ng proyekto. I've never experienced it.
Yeah,
no?
not
So,
to you, but for others. Have you heard? You know?
I can't speak for other House members, no. Pero ngayon, for example, I sit on an important committee. Parang wala naman ako I sit in the Justice Committee as well. So, wala naman ako narinig. Actually, parang busy talaga ho yung mga district reps and party list reps ngayon to go around their constituencies, no. So, I think kung impeachment and yung mga impeachment perks, no.
Yeah,
Kung meron,
yeah.
is I think at this point farthest from their minds. No?
But have you seen the articles of impeachment against the Vice President? Do you think it holds water doon nga sinasabi against her? Do you think in the future that if ever nga matuloy itong impeachment complaint against her, would you support it?
Well, alam po ninyo, hindi naman magbabago po, I think, yung articles of impeachment.
Walang
Even if we
dagdag.
have impeachment complaint, no? It's still the same. It's still
Yeah.
about the use of confidential funds and yung pong mga threats, no, against the President, the First Lady, and the former House Speaker. So, I think yan pa rin naman ho yung magiging batayan. But, again, it's a new Congress, no? So, we will have to be able to talk
Okay. Wala ulit yung signal.
all of these
Yeah.
other things.
Can you repeat that? Kong, yeah, medyo naputol po kayo eh. We're having problems with our line now. Kong, can you hear us? We'll try to fix that.
Yun, oh, wait.
Kong, napuputol po kayo. Pasensya na po.
Lumalaban ang linya
That's
natin.
an internet service.
Harry.
Sorry, Kong. Can you repeat that po, what you just said? Oo, medyo hindi po namin narinig whether you're going to support or not the impeachment complaint against the Vice President. Oo, nawawala. Oo. Kahit audio na lang.
Sayang, maganda yung
Sayang,
sinasabi
oo,
ni Kong.
yeah.
I also wanted to, sana pag ma-restore natin yung line, no? I also wanted to ask him kasi the reason why tainted then or madaming malikot ang isip about incentivizing lawmakers
Using
who are,
budget
or
to
incentive
incentivize.
is because when we talked to political analysts the other day at sinasabi is because there is no formula. There's no clear-cut formula how an incentive is. Let's get back to Kong. Go ahead. You were saying
Sorry
that
po.
it's a new Congress.
Sorry about the line.
That's where we lost you.
But it's a new Congress, no? So, syempre, all the new members will have to talk about it again.
Yeah.
Di ba? So, I think, syempre, the ones that are pushing for the impeachment will still have to make their case anew. Di ba? Kasi may mga bagong
That's
members. I think mga around a third or are new House members. So, it's not as easy to like assume na, for example, you had the numbers last year, it's not going to be the same numbers this year.
Yeah.
Di ba?
Okay.
I wanted to ask.
Ibig sabihin, even if it's the same basis no for filing the impeachment, I think we will still have to present it again to the new House members.
Okay.
Right.
But I wanted to ask you also, Kong, kasi no, the reason why, we spoke to several analysts and several guests, the reason why daw medyo malikot ang isip ng tao na possibly baka incentivized yung mga lawmakers to push for an agenda is because yung mga allotments or allocations, walang clear-cut formula. May mga ibang mas malaki na kukuha, mga ibang mas maliit, mga iba wala. There's no formula similar to that na nakukuha ng mga barangay or LGU na based sa IRA. So do you think moving forward, kailangan pag-usapan kung paano magkaroon ng formula ang allotment or mga allocations?
Well, resolving that question is irrespective of the impeachment. I think it's really based on actual need of the districts, on actual need of the constituencies and the provinces. No? So, kumbaga, yun muna yung pag-usapan. Pero syempre, we have to be very clear na tingin ko naman, among all the provinces, wala namang magsasabi doon na they don't have an actual need. Di ba? So, you have to have a second tiering on which is more important. So, which is why, for example, kaya ka meron mga regional projects, meron ka mga flagship
That's right.
national projects. Kasi ibig sabihin, all of these are based on need, but also there are more important based on need projects as well, which has more impact. No? So, I think yung pong ganong tiering on prioritization of infrastructure projects, talagang kailangan, parang bitbitin po talaga, panindigan natin po talaga yon. So, kailangan, well, I guess politics blind yon.
Yes,
diba?
yes.
Talagang, kasi may mga nagsasabi, for example, some of our colleagues, ang pakiramdam nila, no, yung mga maliit na probinsya, bakit ang laki na nakukuha nila? Samantalang kami, for example, economic powerhouse kami, contributing this much to GDP, ganito lang yung nakukuha namin. Parang, syempre, the answer to that is, kailangan pahabulin din muna natin maliliit na mga probinsya,
That's right.
di ba? Kaya mahihirap yung mga tao ron. So, kumbaga, very important po talaga the conversation should really be based on need, di ba? And, syempre, needs of the district and then the province and the region and on a national level, kailangan natin i-decide, for example, na, ay hindi, talagang mahalaga yung, for example, yung tourism development in a particular area.
Yeah.
Even if it's an economic powerhouse at this point. Di ba? Pero dahil very important po yung poverty reduction doon, yung mga, I think these conversations can be undertaken at all levels of government. So, kumbaga, very important lang na hindi ho politika or palakasan yung nasa unahan. Yung pong pagdidesisyon po na ito.
Yun ang titignan natin. But talking about the budget, I have one last question for you, Congressman. Of course, I think today si Congressman Erice will file the petition to question nga po the legality of program appropriations before the Supreme Court. What is your stand on that? Do you agree with him na dapat talaga any form of program appropriations is against our Constitution or okay lang na may program appropriation sa budget?
Well, I think to be very clear, yung pong UA ay nasa budget po as early as 1989. So 2 years after the 1987 Constitution, 3 years after EDSA. So ibig sabihin, that was nothing new. I think nagkaroon po ng great controversy lang po sa UA nung pong talaga tumutodo na ho yung paglipat ng mga pondo ron.
Palaki ng palaki.
At yung mismong role ng UA ay medyo na blur na. Na kumbaga, for example, may mga infrastructure na hindi naman talaga, for example, kailangan doon sa rehabilitation ng mga nasira ng mga bagyo. Ginagawan po ng bagong mga proyekto under UA, yung mga ganun. Talagang dapat i-obliterate po yun. And to be fair to the President, ginawa lang ho na yun. In fact, ilan na lang ho yung natire. Dito po sa UA na to, 3 items na lang. And yung malaking item po na ito, yung sa foreign assisted projects na tingin naman ho natin ay wala ho masyadong exposure sa corruption risks, no? Katulad ng mga locally funded infrastructure programs, no? So, malayo naman po yung mga kasamaan ho natin sa totoo lang to challenge it. But to be very clear, I think ang gagawin po nilang batayan ay yung pong concurring and dissenting opinion ng isa pong Supreme Court Justice. Hindi ako sure kung meron na hong wide support po ito from among the majority of the Supreme Court Justices. No? So, it's a novel idea. Yan pong kanilang legal theory on the case. No? Kasi kanila pong pakiramdam, kailangan po na basta bawat line item sa isa pong budget ay dapat pong may corresponding na pong pondo. Pero ang nakalagay po kasi sa UA, merong line item pero walang pondo. So parang yun yung kanilang theory on that. Siyempre, I have my views on the matter, pero antayin muna natin siguro silang i-file po yung kaso nila.
Oo, yun. I have one last pahabol, mabilisan na lang po before we let you go. Naalala ko lang going back sa impeachment complaint. So, while we are waiting, or halimbawa, naantay na yung desisyon ng Korte Suprema dun sa MR, pwede ba yun ang route na lang, bilang isang lawyer na lang po, no, na sasagot po kayo, pwede po ba ang route na lang is kunin na lang from the archive sa Senado, wag nang mag-file sa
Hindi,
sa
trial na yun, di ba?
sa ang tawag dito, sa Congress?
Ano ito? Assuming,
oo.
favorable yung MR?
Oo.
Pagka
Assuming
favorable
meron
yung MR, dito, dapat magtuloy po yung Senate.
Yun na lang, no? Yun ang mabilis na route.
Pero syempre, hindi din ganun kasimple. Kumbaga, hindi din pwedeng utusan ng Korte Suprema na,
of course.
okay na MR, mag-trial na kayo. So, kumbaga, may proseso pa rin pong pampolitika na gagawin sa Senado. Kasi syempre,
Bobotohan.
there needs to be a motion to unarchive it.
Yes, that's right.
So after you unarchive it, then there needs to be a motion to proceed to trial. Or yung mga ganun mga... Pero I think that will be a bit more efficient than undertaking an entire new process.
Diba? Ayun, that's my point. Anyway, maraming salamat for clearing that up. Maraming salamat po sa iyo, Diego.
Thank you for your time, Bicol South Representative Terry Ridon.
Maraming salamat. Good umaga.